Right, oh no, you see, this might be a really bad idea. But what I'm going to do then, with my line, you can see the white line there, can't you? And I think that sits right on the edge of the sill, so you'll see it. Okay, so I'm going to paint orange just outside the line, so there's no white line there, so it's less noticeable. However, the orange is going to be the wrong shade of orange, which is a right pain in the arse. So I'm going to have to go around the top anyway with this, and I'm going to try and blend it into the roof. The roof doesn't matter because no one's going to see the roof anyway, particularly. But yeah, so down this side I'm going to have an orange stripe that's a different colour when the screen's in. Okay, the reason I've left all of this off is I'm going to paint in here as well. Everything down here is inside the sill, so you won't see the orange in here. But I figure, you know what, the more paint in there, the better, really, won't it? The more sealed it is, the better, really. Can't see any harm in doing that. And up here as well. So now up here, I've got to do the pillar. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to try. I don't know. I might have to bring this further down still, because I've got a bloody white line there, you see. So I'm going to have to get a reasonable amount of paint on this bit, but try not to get too much over here. But I can't mask it off. Oh, this is a bloody disaster, this. Okay, so that's our plan. Now with the orange, what I'm going to do with the orange, I've got a lot of orange, because the car company made me up a couple of cans that are completely the wrong shade. So I'm going to use these first as like an undercoat, if you see what I mean. And then I've only got to put sort of two. I can put a good couple of coats on, a lot of coats on with this. Get as much paint on there as possible. And then I've got one can there, which is quite a good colour match. So that can go on top last. So maybe sort of a few coats of that as well, because I want to get quite a lot of paint on this. Okay, wish me luck on this one. So I'm just going to paint it. I'm not going to video it. I'll just go ahead and do it. It's going to take quite a long time because I've got to let it dry off between coats and all of that sort of things. Well, it's had one coat, and it's definitely orange. Right, we're back on it. Well, we're not back on it actually. We've just come home just very quickly. We just pulled all of the masking tape off then, and so this is my finished paint around the front. It's gone on lovely, you know. And this is the stuff from the car company that I was moaning about the other day. And I think it was the way I was spraying that back panel that I didn't get quite the shine on it that I wanted. So we'll have another go at that. So what's our problems then? So our line. And again, this is one of those things that's going to be virtually impossible to see in this light. And we won't know until we get the screen and what it will actually look like. But you can see my line here, the different colour. And when the windowsill's in, I'm hoping that it won't really notice at all. Okay. Obviously up into the roof, we can see that. So we're going to have to get rid of that there. So we'll just try cutting that away and smoothing that in. We've got to smooth it back into the roof, but that's not really too much of a problem because, as we say, it's the roof, and not many people are going to be able to see that anyway. So there you go. So that's my orange is all now done, and it looks all right actually. It doesn't look bad. My biggest problem with it is going to be over here where it changes halfway up. So I've got to try and blend this in a little bit. You know when you know you've made a mistake, before you can even see what you've done, you know you've made a mistake. That's what I've bloody done. What a fool. So this is my old paint, this is my new paint, and you can see it's not that bad. But of course I used the bloody stuff that was way off for undercoat, didn't I? So as I've rubbed away the line, I've brought back the line, I've brought back the undercoat colour. Oh, and it looks bloody awful. So what I've done, I've just taped off this little bit, and I'm just gonna spray in this little bit again. Okay, so we're gonna have to repaint this little edge here, and we have the same problem, of course, at this end at the top where the two meet. and you can see I've got like the same colour there, so I'm just going to have to spray this little corner again as well, and then cut it back in further down here somewhere. The good news is, obviously, I am single-handedly keeping the manufacturers of masking tape of the world afloat at the minute, so, you know, it's not all bad. Okay, another loop. There, the loop. And here we're going to come up. Oh, shite, not there. There's me looking in the phone to try and figure out where I'm meant to be spraying. Right then, first couple of coats. First couple of coats of the cream on the front have gone on. And I'm doing side panels at the same time here then as well. Okay, watching paint dry, watching paint dry. Right, so we are going to have an attempt at fitting the screen. Dave. So what we've done then, we've lubricated the rubber up. Now I was going to use washing up liquid, but I found this grease lubricant stuff, and I don't know exactly what it is, but because it's got a big black cross and orange on it, we figured it will be perfect for the bus. It's some kind of a rubber lubricant, and it will evaporate off over time. So we've lubricated up the seal, and in the seal then we've put a piece of string, looped it all around the screen, and then crossed it over again at the bottom. Okay, now our idea, I'll video this in parts along the way, but obviously won't be able to do it while we're actually doing the job. We're just going to sit the screen in first and try and get the bottom lip over first, and then work our way round towards the top if we can. Okay? Okay, good. Right, I'll see you in a minute. I'll run out of film in a minute anyway. You never know. Right, okay, so what we've done then, we just pushed the screen in, and we got the lip sticking out around the bottom anyway. So the lip is on the outside where it's got to sit. Dave's pushing the screen in, and I'm going to try. Now what we did is put lots of lubricant around the glass. It's alright, just trying to get myself some space. Put lots of lubricant around the glass and the rubber as well. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to go that way. Alright. So this bit of string is going to go in that direction. So hopefully. There she goes. Look, so you can see the rubber as I pull it. And if Dave keeps the pressure on. Yeah, could you see the string?
No, for me I can't. I can see it here.
Yeah, good. So that it's gone over fine. So if you follow me, so Dave follows me round as I'm pulling it with force on the screen. Now this is going to get harder and harder when we get to the top. But what we're going to do first off is try and get the bottom in. So you can see that's going on lovely. And then we go over the other bit of string. We're still good. We're still good. Right, a lot of force.
Just wait a minute.
Oh, just wait a minute. I don't know why. It's probably going to scratch my paint. He's like that. You can see that. He just looks like trouble.
Yeah, it's not out on the corner. Right, okay, now.
Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go round there. Oh, sorry, there's me. I'm watching it with my eyes, not with the camera. How high should we go?
Well, that'll do for a minute. I take the string, the other string the other way now.
Okay, so you see that's good. So the lip on the rubber has gone all the way from there. So then we get this bit of string. Okay, so this is where it starts, just here, yeah? Yeah. Okay, then we'll pull this. I don't know what the fuss is about. Okay,
Yeah.
right on the corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pulling the other string.
Yeah, pulling the string. So what's happening is, as I'm pulling this bit of string, it's actually
You
pulling the
gotta pull it
string
out
on the
this
other
way
side.
rather
So
than you got to pull it back.
yeah, okay. That's me pulling it in the wrong.
Don't cut the.
I think I've got to stop this from moving. This one.
Yeah, the screen's this way a little bit too much. That's what it is.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, freaking hell. Yeah, that's good. Right, that's bordering on the edge of. So you see what's happening there? That the screen then has got to go in. So all we've got to try and do now is push the screen downwards.
Just wait a minute.
With a bit of luck. Is that? How's it look?
The corners wants to pull out. I think the screen.
We're gonna have a look. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look.
It's got the same here, to be honest.
It's exciting, isn't it? Oh!
I see, yeah, what I think the screen wants to do is come down now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. So you can see the
Yeah.
rubber's got to be sitting down here
So we
somewhere.
want to pull the screen
We've
down.
got to pull the screen down. I'm going to have to send a video off, I'm afraid to say, so bear with us. We're just going to pull the screen down a bit. Okay, so what we've done, we've pushed the screen in at the top, just banging it down like so. And obviously as you push it in, it pushes the whole thing down and then pulled this lip out along the bottom. And she's sitting pretty good at the bottom now, so let's go back in. Let's go back in and see if we can get this rubber on a bit more. Yeah, that is a long way out. Well, as in, so if you look here then, so we're here and it's great. And then as it goes up here, there's like a nearly a 10mm gap. So Dave's got to put a huge amount of force on this around this corner, and hopefully this will go. Ah, shit, hold on. Oh, bugger. He's pulled the string out of there.
Well, we might get that bit with the blue plastic. Where's your blue plastic thing? You got it in there?
I'll tell you, is there any way that that will go back in?
Might do.
It'd probably be easier trying to do it now. Right, we see what's happened. Where I've pulled the string, I wasn't really paying any attention, it's pulled it out of this side.
Where's the little blue thing gone?
Tell you what, I'm going to turn the phone off a minute and try and get this back in. 2 seconds. Okay, so the string snapped, wasn't quite heavy enough, and we've still got a bit to go. So what we're doing, I've got a wedge. Can you see? And I'm just, Dave's just putting down on the outside, and I'm just kind of like working this along. Very careful that we don't split the seal. I don't know if you can see actually what I'm doing there. Well, if you can or you can't, it's working because we're going along. And the seal's coming inwards, which is where it needs to be. Holy shite. You get the idea. Okay, so the windscreen's in and look at that bad boy. Oh, fantastic. Ah, she looks great. I'll tell you what, a new seal freshens it up. No end, doesn't it? Something like this. Paint looks pretty good as well. Seal's gone in there lovely. Screen's gone in there lovely. So last few things we did, that I didn't video, is once we've got the rubber all the way around, remember the string snapped, and so we had to sort of peel it in with a trim tool. No bother, you know, not too much effort. And then we get good load of taps down at the top end, and it just makes it all sit down nicely in where it has to sit down. Okay, there you go, windscreen sorted, and it's all dirty and mucky at the minute, but it fits lovely, it sits lovely. Paint doesn't look too bad at all. I don't know about the blending up this side, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? So we'll get it outside. as soon as we can. I'll give it a good old wash down. And give it a clean up, and then it will give us the first opportunity to see what the paint is gonna look like, you know, what the difference is on this pillar. You know what, I've learned a few things here. One is I can't tape a straight line. Okay, well, I learned that. And the other thing, which is so bloody obvious really, is don't buy your paint from different places. This paint here and this paint here are exactly the same paint, and they're a totally different colour. Again, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But, you know, I'm sort of fed up with paintwork at the minute. As in, I wasn't really interested in doing any of the paintwork on it, to be fair. Well, no, don't get me wrong. It's not that I wasn't interested in doing any of the paintwork on it, but there is some bodywork that we'll need doing on it in the future. So I was going to leave all of the paintwork until that point and do it all in one go. Really, that was kind of my plan. So I'm not that worried if it doesn't look. It hasn't got to be perfect. Let's put it that way. And one day in the future, maybe we can try making it perfect. But I don't want to waste any more time on things like that. I just want to go out in a bloody thing. But we're a lot closer now than we were yesterday, that's for sure. Fantastic. So, Dave, thank you so much for all your help. Couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, I'll speak to you in a while.